What you got for me?
I got 6 total.
These two are the ones I'm interested in right there.
Oh, no, casing. It was a little bit bigger door. So I have to readjust it. One has Bill's name on it. No.
Woo! You got a friend, don't you? You know, he only does this for you.
This is why. Sit. Got it, he has to cut it.
All right, man, have a good one. All right, guys, so we got the drive all set up. You see the rudder installed back here. We got the seat adjusters in place, looking good. You got height adjustment, forward and backwards adjustment. Your hand control rudders right here. And the drive itself, I have it up here in the stowed position, flush with the bottom. Now, I do intend you guys to do a full walkthrough video, but today we're pressed for time. So let's go ahead and just get this on the water. We'll do some initial testing, and I'll get back with you guys tomorrow. Sound good? So we decided it would be fun to put the lure up against the Titan 10.5. That's a new boat for us and seems to be a very, very popular one. So similar size, similar capacity. We thought it would be fun to put them head to head and just kind of compare and contrast. They're not the same boat, but maybe a potential same user. The first test we're going to do is a maneuverability test. So I've got Matt here. He's going to be our test pilot. And I told him to just, nice purple life jacket, by the way. Looking good. To just come in tight here, and you know, this is a spot that somebody would be likely to fish. Kind of spin it around tight and see how it feels, see how it does, and then we'll run the Titan through the same course. So that's pretty good. All right, let's grab the Titan and see how it spins around there. Big weight difference? Yeah. The Titan's heavier? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this one's about, I don't know, with the drive-in, probably over 100 pounds, maybe 105.
And as stable as the lure is, I still think this is more stable.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's a couple inches, like 2 inches wider.
It's deeper.
Deeper. Do you like the depth better on that?
I just think it makes it more stable. I mean, you're sunk in further.
Okay. I wonder how it would be in the wind. Unfortunately, we don't have any wind today, but that might, you know, does deeper mean more windage? Eh, maybe not. It looks really good on the water. Coming into the obstacle course. Let's see how this boat handles compared to the lure. The lure was pretty impressive. But man, look at that Titan just drift. Huh. It does turn better. It's got a little bit of tail swing, doesn't it? Like, almost like it's like a Tokyo drift mobile. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the back end slides around. But there's no doubt the turning radius on that.
Stop pedaling, you're still in one spot.
The turning radius on that Titan is much better. I think because the rudder on this is moved forward. Yeah, definitely. I mean, your turning point moves forward. So, gosh, that is incredible. All right, that one will have to go to the Titan for sure. Maybe we should do like a 1 through 5 scale.
Okay. I would give this one, if this is the standard, but this turning is probably a 4 or 5.
A 5, yeah.
And on that one, I'd say 3 or 4.
I mean, out of the pedal drives that we've been quite a few. I'd say that's probably the gold standard as far as maneuverability. All right, well, this isn't fun. I'm gonna get in the water and we're gonna do a little drag race. Can't let Matt have all the fun now.
So we'll get straight and we'll go?
Yeah, let's line them up. Let's get right next to that pole. We'll drag it out.
3 months?
Get set.
Go.
Okay guys, so in our drag race, we found an issue with the drive. Is we have it installed, but on either side of the drive there's 2 screws that screw in and hold against the shaft. those screws weren't tight. We didn't check that before we installed it. So because of the play, it kind of bent the shear pin. The kit comes with a second shear pin. We put the new shear pin in, and we're gonna go test it again. So back in action, let's go. This time Matt wanted to take the lure, so I'll jump in the Titan and film him. All right, we're gonna line them up here and go for a rematch. Checking the high seat stability. How's it feel way up there?
Actually really nice. I like it low and I like it high.
That is cool. You got 10 different points of adjustment. So not only forward and backwards, but you also have height adjustment on the lure. So. Okay, there you go. How about in the middle? Show me like in the middle. I don't like to recline that much. That's probably pretty, looks like good ergonomics. All right. So we're lined up here.
I'm gonna run into you.
Let's do a drag race.
Oh.
On your marks.
Where are we going?
Let's shoot for that white buoy.
Okay.
Get set. Go. That thing's pretty fast. The little 10-foot boat doesn't track super good. Gosh, I feel like we're just dead match, Matt. Maybe just a little. Whew. All right. I think the Titan 10.5 might have just a touch more speed. All right, let's see it.
It's like an incumbent bike.
Recumbent, yeah. That is so weird looking. But man, look at that thing throw a wake. Whew. I think you are leaving me. But you look awkward as hell. I just can't get over, like these boats, or at least the lure, is slow to paddle, but it flies when you're pedaling it. All right, okay, so speed, I'd say the two are about the same. What did you say?
Turn on it.
Dude, this Titan, if you crank the handle, it will want to buck you out of the seat.
Yeah, that Titan turns tight.
Let's do a stability test now. What should we do? Well, just like stand to one side and see how it feels. Try to get both feet on one side of the drive. You know, there you go. Does it feel tipsy?
Not terribly.
Let me get a better shot of your feet here.
It's different for everybody. But, whoa!
That's pretty good. I mean, that's the lure 11.5, I think is about 35 inches wide. It's a really stable boat. It's kind of been a gold standard for a while, but the Titan that I'm in, here, let me pass this camera off. Yeah, let me spin around. Yeah, that's like you just feel like you can flip the rudder 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Stern. Look at that.
Donuts.
That's impressive. Yeah, I mean, to even talk about stability on this thing kind of seems redundant or unnecessary. I'm 225 pounds, all my weight on one foot.
Ooh, impressive.
It just sort of like hunkers into a secondary edge. And you literally, I think, would fall off, or you'd have to put your foot on the gunnel to tip it over. Pretty insane. What other stability? I don't know.
It's super easy to get into the front hatch.
What's that?
So it's super easy to get in the front hatch.
All right, here we go. That was out of practice, but I mean, whatever. You can do headstands on your front hatch. You can catch a bass while standing up, I suppose. All right, well, stability check. This is probably a 5 out of 5. I'd say the lure's a 4 out of 5. Depending on your size, you know, Matt's 180 pounds.
170.
170, yeah. But he was able to move around that pretty easily. And I think up to like 225, 250, lure's plenty stable. If you're a bigger guy, lots of gear, I mean, Titan's where it's at. All right, let's do the next test. What do you want to do? So let's just talk about some of the specifics here. I mean, let's talk about ergonomics. You've been in both these boats quite a bit. Talk to me about ergonomics.
Yep. I like with this one that you can actually lean back a little bit for a leisure cruise, just because that one you have to drop the seat back, where this one the seat kind of raises just a little bit. As far as just the boats in general, I really like the seat in the Natives just because it does have a little bit of a higher back. But both are great seats, just depending on what you like. The pedals, I mean, neither of them take much effort to pedal. You get moving pretty good.
Yeah. So as far as ergonomics go on the Titan, you feel like you sit really high in this chair and the boat feels really deep. When you're pedaling, your hips feel lower than your feet, which is a nice feel. You can get that in the Lure too, but this just feels even more confident, I would say, in that upper position. The backrest is a little taller. One thing I do feel like I'm slouching forward a little bit. In the Lure, I felt like I had more support underneath my butt. But all in all, I would say, I mean, it feels really good. I like the Titan 10.5 a lot. I'll probably do better than the 13.5.
Oh yeah.
As far as little things in the ergonomics, I like the foot pedals on the Lure much better. They're wider, broader, and so they just feel like your feet fit on there. They don't want to flop off, but that's easy enough to fix. You can buy an aftermarket pedal anywhere. So kind of standard Lure rudder. Go ahead and use a turn toggle to steer it. You're kind of sideways. There you go, sweet. So it's deployable. It doesn't turn quite as sharp, but it still turns really, really well. Better than any other pedal drive up until the Titans, but the Titans kind of set new standards. The fact that you can still pedal this or paddle this boat, it's a paddle kayak that you can add a pedal drive to, is pretty sweet. Last thing is price difference. $21.99 for the boat mats in with the pedal drive, with the rudder, hand control. It does have the ability to take a motor. $24.99 for the Titan 10.5 that I'm in. I don't know, you guys. If it was up to me, it would be a tough one. I think this boat offers more versatility. This boat, if you're like a tournament angler or you just want a pedal kayak, I'd go Titan. If you want something you're going to drift rivers in and do other stuff, I'd go Lure.
And the other thing is, with this 11.5, is I would take this to the coast, I'd drop the seat down, and I'd pedal this in the ocean fine. Where in the high seat there, and just with the short stubby boat, I probably wouldn't want to take that to the coast.
Yeah. And Lure 13.5 is probably going to be better yet.
Definitely.
I mean, this doesn't have much water line, so, you know, it splits the water and reconnects the water fairly short. A 13.5 having more water line is going to give the boat more speed. Watch this, you guys. I want to turn it 90 degrees. And if you just give it a couple back kicks with the rudder turn, this thing turns basically in a circle inside it, so the back end just drifts around. Whoa. Here we go. Yeah, you can literally feel like you're gonna throw yourself over the side from G-forces. Look at that. 360.
Pressure you put on the pedals right there.
You just barely crank it. I mean, it's not much pressure at all. It's amazing how easy this thing is to go, especially for how wide it is. It's, I don't know, almost 40 inches wide or so. There we go. Yeah, the dexterity of this thing's unreal. Yeah, it just drifts. Tokyo Drift. With the Boondocks, you even have more control. I almost feel like with the little rudder, you get all this mass moving, and it's hard to get it back in line. The Boondocks rudder just has so much more grip. Definitely would be the first thing I upgrade, is that longer, stiffer rudder. So, just comparing it, tried to get some flip around footage of the Lure as well. Oh, Osprey with the fish, that's so sweet. Yeah, see it hanging from his foot? Sorry guys, a little nature sighting. Anyway, the Overdrive feels really, really solid. I'd say it's a little bit louder. They do tell me that over time it's going to break in and get even smoother, but it doesn't feel hard to pedal at all. It feels like Matt and I are just cruising side by side. I think I like the ergonomics of this a little bit better. I like the way the seat kind of contours underneath your butt. So let's go through our key points that we wanted to hit today. Speed, 1 out of 5. How would you rate that Titan 10.5?
1 out of 5, I'd give it a 3 or so compared to some of the other pedal boats.
Like a Man Ray. Man Ray's are super fast. There's a Hobie Revo.
I've never paddled it, but I know it's fast.
Yeah, that one's super fast. So he's saying 3 out of 5 on Titan. I would say 3 out of 5 on this one too.
I think speed are very, very, very close.
Yeah, super comparable. Maneuverability, we kind of already touched on that.
Titan for sure.
Titan 5 out of 5. That thing's insane. This one I'd still give it a 4 out of 5. It's really good. It's not as perfect as that. That thing's mind-blowing. Let's see, maneuverability, speed, stability.
Titan still takes it, but it's by no means unstable.
Yeah, Titan I'd say takes it. 5 out of 5 again on stability. It's so ridiculous. 4 out of 5. Versatility.
I would say Feelfree.
Yeah, you'd have to give it to the Feelfree for sure. I'd say versatility out of one kayak. I don't think there's a more versatile kayak on the market. If you guys disagree, leave it in the comments. I know there's a lot of cool boats out these days. But the ability to have a paddle kayak that you already own perhaps, that you can float rivers in, but you can also add a pedal drive to, is pretty unique. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'd say on the Titan,
maybe a 3 or so.
3 out of 5. It's kind of a one-trick pony, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But what it does so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like better than any other kayak I've ever paddled.
Yeah, it's meant for tournament fishermen. It's meant for bass fishermen. You're going to bring a lot of gear.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of space. You're super stable, so you can stand up and horse fish out of heavy cover. And I mean, you're not going to flip it. You might fall out of it if you're a little unsteady, but you're not going to flip it.
Yeah, so each boat has its own place. You guys, this was a blast for us to get to test. As always, you can come out here and,
Try them out.
Try them out, give us your own review. But it's cool to have some neat options in the shop. And again, every boat we sell, we keep in the demo fleet. Is there anything else? Oh, fit and finish. That was the last criteria. Overall fit and finish of these two boats.
What do you mean?
1 out of 5.
Oh.
Like how everything goes, how the drives feel, how everything's laid out, the quality of the boat.
Both 4 or 5. I mean, both of them are laid out well. Like you said, this one's kind of meant to do one thing, and it does it well, and it's set up perfect for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's kind of more versatile, but I mean, it feels good, it moves well, and
Yeah.
I think it feels good too.
Overall quality, I mean, it feels really good. The drive is a retrofit. I'd say it does feel a little bit of retrofitty. I mean, this one feels
Meant for it.
Yeah, meant for it. When I say that the handle, it works well. It looks a little more grindy than the native.
Yeah.
I'm giving maybe a 3.5 or a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Just because of that.
So 3, 4, and 4.
I would say 4 on the Titan. I feel like there's still things that could have been a little bit stouter.
On the Titan?
Yeah, with, the seat's a little creaky. The pedal drive is good, but it's a little bit of play. I think there's a little room for improvement, but not much. It's really, really good. You got to give it to the native Propel drive. That thing's been out forever. It's pretty flawless, man. We've sold hundreds of them. We've serviced a bunch, and spot on. The Feelfree drive feels awesome, but time will tell. We did have that issue with the shear pin. I think it was from the manufacturer as a defect with the 2 pinch bolts not being tight enough. Time will tell. So you guys, this is our initial thoughts. We thank you so much for watching. Anything else you want to add, Matt?
Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube.
At Headwaters Kayak Shop, at Matt_Mandu, Dan Arbuckle. That's it from us, you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share with your friends. We'll see you on the next one. There is one difference that's tough to ignore. The wheel and the keel. One guy moving a boat as opposed to this is 2 men and a small boy. But